Hey everybody, how we doing? We good? We solid? We Gucci? Fendi? Prada? Nordstrom? Target? Ah, okay. You good? I'm good. You happy? I'm happier. All right. With that being said, this is Lush Uno back with another installment, live and direct from Lush World, Found Fortune Studios, and there's a lot of things to be excited about. If you're a fan of mine, or you rock with me, or you're a part of it, or you rock with anything that we got going on over here. The studio is amazing. We just did a Lefty Gunplay Problem music video last night. Shouts to OTR Records. We got the Draco the Ruler mural nearing completion. Mr. Alec going crazy. We got Smooth Hustle, man. You feel me? We got my dog Leche going crazy, printing up shirts. We got Beefy doing bookings. We got Rick hanging people over the balcony like Suge Knight. We got some fool in the cut. That's a scary sight. You feel me? We got the Bakersfield homies. We we turning up, but it's only right that I speak on this issue that's kind of been plaguing the city right now, or has plagued the city for many moons, and that's black on brown violence and animosity. Which I feel like right now, as someone that's lived in this city my whole life, I feel like black and brown relations are way better than they have been in the past, and there's way less tension. This is coming from somebody that grew up in West LA and was witnessed firsthand the racial tension and the divide between blacks, Latinos, whites, and Asians. Like, LA's such a crazy racially divided city that we get specific with, we're so specific with our ethnicities and race that every single country has its own part of town with like a sign and a name. There's like, it's not enough that we have Chinatown, Little Tokyo, and Koreatown. We also need Little Bangladesh. We got Little Armenia. We got Torongelis, West Torongelis, which is West LA. You feel me? Westwood Boulevard over there is pretty much you're in Iran over there. Shouts to all my beautiful people of all those ethnicities. But it's just so, we have little Ethiopia. I can't even begin to name. We have historic Filipino town. There's so many different ethnicities coexisting, and but that's been a hotbed of tension for a long time as well, but it's gotten a lot better. Me, you know, I love all cultures. I'm a culture condor, not a culture vulture, but I do greatly enjoy experiencing different cultures and learning from them and all walks of life. Now, Drex the Joint is an interesting character because when you see him, you just, he's a black dude, you know what I'm saying? But he's actually full blooded Mexican, and a lot of people don't know about Afro Latinos, and they didn't know that there's people from Mexico with literally every single skin tone and complexion you can imagine. But there are even, particularly on the Caribbean side, but not strictly, but like Oaxaca and the whole Caribbean side, you'll see people that are way darker and actually black and have historical traits that we identify as African traits, and from pigmentation and hair and the whole nine. So Drex the Joint is full-blooded Mexican, but he's black as well, but he's from a Mexican hood. All right? Now, recently, him and Rowdy Rax had a show. They're clicked up, and they got dope songs together. Rather, I'm not gonna say clicked up, but they got dope songs together, and so they were there. We all know Rowdy's from Puente. He's from Ballista Street. There's two, per my understanding, there's at least two. I know of two cliques from Puente. There's the Ballistas and there's Rana Street, and I don't know if they always are in accordance. I know that older, bigger hoods usually have a lot of structure, but sometimes different sections don't always see eye to eye or even have the same ops. And I'm not saying that's the case with them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying that's oftentimes with bigger hoods of that size, we tend to see that. Now, at a show in Hollywood. I believe it was in Hollywood. Was the Rowdy and Drex show in Hollywood? Huh? Is that the Roxy? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so it's in Hollywood. So, all right. They're performing at the Roxy. G Money DT and Playerways were there. Now, they are literally the Bizarro World version of Drex the Joint because they are Mexicans, but they're from different Crip hoods. They're both under the neighborhood card. Playerways is a East Coast Crip, and G Money DT is from '90s. So, but they're both under the neighborhood card, and they're both Mexicans, and that's becoming increasingly more common. Has been common for a while, but you're seeing way more people in gangs outside of their race. Is nothing new, but like I said, way more common than it's ever been. And here's the thing that kind of is like makes this situation crazy. So at this show, now remember, Playerways and G Money DT, they're both very young. I think they're like 18 years old, maybe 19. They're very very young. Drex is young as well. Rowdy's a little bit older, but he's still like I want to say maybe Rowdy's 30 or 29 years old. I don't know how old he is, but around that age group. But those other dudes are significantly younger than him, and they wound up due to a situation that this is what I heard, and I don't want to like misconstrue the details, but long story short, per my understanding, one of Rowdy's people got into it with Playerways and G Money, and then it led to a squabble. They was throwing them things. They was throwing them thingy things, and apparently there's some mukas and blah blah blah, bing bang bing bang 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 bings, and it resulted in a little bit of activities that I don't want to say too much. I ain't on no police shit. You feel me? Y'all know what it is though. Like I ain't gonna have the Johnny's analyzing my channel for no details, but things happened and transpire in the manner in which they usually do in LA, which normally has to do with you feel me? A little bit of that occurred, I don't know. And then it even led to afterwards Drex the Joint and his homies going to Jesse Owens Park in the 90s. Very unadvisable thing to do. I mean, like, no disrespect to the OC, shouts to Santa, shouts to the OC and all that, but like sliding through the 90s going to Jesse Owens, that's not really a good idea at all. And apparently, G Money and Playerways went to Ballista Street. They didn't go to, for some reason, they didn't go to Drex's hood, but they went to Rowdy's hood. And I think it has something to do with what I said earlier, that their origins of the fight and the scuffle came down to something that transpired between someone in Rowdy's camp and someone over there. But all that happened, and then after that, Drex wound up doing an Instagram live where in the background, some of his homies were like saying NK, were saying fuck N words with the hard R, and they were pushing the line. Now, again, this is like crazy. Like, this isn't an isolated incident as far as me seeing this. I've been around, I've literally been walking through, I don't even want to say what neighborhood it was because there's no point like dragging it, but fuck it. I was walking through the St. Andrews one day and got banged. You know, I got banged on by a black dude who said fuck N words and NK. You feel me? Like, and he wasn't saying it to me, he was saying it because of who I was with or whatever, but, and was making sure that we weren't from a certain section. He was like, oh, as long as, my homie had a certain hat on. My homie had an H crown on. He had, not an H crown, but he had the Houston Astros hat. And people were like, oh, making sure he wasn't from Hoover. But over on our side of town, that H means something different. So regardless, yeah. So I've seen black gang members from Mexican hoods say like NK or fuck N words and or fuck other racial slurs that they use in Spanish or in like Cholo dialect, whatever, that is racist against black people. And yet it's always very odd and very disconcerting. But so after that, so many people responded to it. I want to watch DW Flames response because I thought that it was really on point. I like what Flame said here. So let's see what DW Flame, now to give a little context, DW Flame is from Long Beach. We all know he holds it down for that Trey card, for that gangster card. He's from Baby Insane, very openly and vocally. And Long Beach is a city with probably the most racial tension in all of LA County. Like there's still active beef. Like the Longos, like the main Mexican hood out there, there's been a lot of racial tension, and all of their ops are pretty much other races for the most part. So it's interesting this coming from someone that's dealt with a lot of beef with Mexican hoods, Mexican people, Raza in general. But let's hear what the homie DW Flame got to say. I really like his response, but I want to hear what y'all got to say.
So Drex the Joint, cause you all on your live got everybody behind you saying nigga K, you saying crab K and all that, bro.
Oh, that's another thing too. Yeah, they said the disrespectful word, for sea creatures, or whatever, lobster. I'm not gonna say the word. You feel me? The word that people diss Crips with, and shit. They were saying that killer. So, yeah, just to add racial tension to racial tension, and into a self-perpetuating cycle of dystopian oblivion.
You trying to start a race war or something? Like, and what's so crazy? I had a phone call with my Mexican partners, and we know we ain't gonna start a race war over you. You wanna know why? Cause niggas don't consider you a real Mexican.
Ooh.
Like, cause.
Ooh. That's gotta be hurtful right there. He said, I talked to the homies, the Mexican homies, and they said, you know what? There's no point in even tripping like that because we don't consider him a real Mexican. I can't tell you how problematic that is and how many layers of wrong there are in that statement. However, what's this? Oh, yeah. My boy, Beefy. Hey, Beefmatic. Let me, Gangnam still hasn't shot that FYI. All right, good looks, my boy.
He called me already this morning. So
Yeah, I ain't on his top or nothing, but yeah. But yeah, DW Flame really fucking, those, like, regardless if that's wrong or not, he fucking knew the right words to say to get under his skin. And I believe that they probably really said that too. I believe that that whatever Mexicans he spoke to really said that.
And who cares though? That don't even matter to us. But you being disrespectful, posting it, knowing that niggas is watching. You see his followers on there. Oh yeah, they on here, nigga. And you got all that, y'all, nigga K, crab K, and like, come on, cuz.
So to clarify, it's not Drex saying it, but it's the people around him. All right.
I would say stop playing, and you just did a show with all black niggas. Niggas wasn't saying that all after the show. Come on, cuz, and even if that's how you feel, keep your shit in private.
I want to know what Rich Rabbit has to say and the other Black Serenos. I'm very, very curious what Rich Rabbit and them got. I can't imagine they would fuck with this at all, as far as what Drex did. But or like, I've seen Rich Rabbit make posts like all that. I don't even want to use the words that people use, but like the M word and the N word. He's like, we don't do that shit. We don't talk like that. We don't fuck with that shit. We don't condone fools saying that. But there are certain people that are stuck in their ways and old school and want to perpetuate racial tension or too ignorant to give a fuck. So
trying to do this shit when you in position. You have black supporters.
yeah, so
Yeah. Shouts to who posted that video. This video is by Lil Slug. So shouts to Lil Slug for that. Now, I do want to pull up Drex's response as well, because he did have some shit to say. But as of now, DW made really good points, and he also said, just to add to it, he said Drex is banned from the black community, banned from um, being supported or patronizing any black businesses, which is a hilarious statement. But man, I'm not gonna lie, DW, like I feel him, I feel him 100%. But Drex doesn't condone it. Apparently, I like the response that Drex gave. So we're about to pull that up right now. Blah da 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 da.
Man, I'm just looking at my phone right now and I'm seeing everybody tagging me on that bullshit ass post. Everybody just straight popping it. Everybody on my messages and my comments just straight popping it. But look, this is the last time I speak about this shit. This is the last time I even make a post about this shit. First and foremost, not once did I say no derogatory term towards any race, any type of race at all. Any type of race at all. But that shit was said on my platform, so I understand why I'm getting heat for it. But best believe none of my homies press the ANK shit. None of my homies press the ANK shit. And
Okay, so he said none of my. Like, he didn't say anything. He would never say anything derogatory. I respect that. But then he said none of my homies pressed the NK shit. Notice he didn't say anything about the Crip thing and the Crip K thing. He was saying whatever. Okay. But if none of your homies pressed that, then why were there homies around you saying that? And I know he's about to address this right now, but still, come on, fool.
to the homie that did say that weird ass shit,
And to the homie that did say that weird ass shit, what do you mean? You can't be like, oh, the homies don't even get down like that. Oh, but to the homie that did, and you're not saying it was a random fool. You're saying to the homie. So come on, bro. Like, nah, you can't ride the fence. You guys be saying that shit. We know it, bro. It's obvious now that y'all be on that shit, or else it wouldn't be coming so loosely from your lips, and you wouldn't be so comfortable going to black hoods far away from your own hood. Y'all probably got your own ops to worry about. Now you're fucking starting beef over some rap shit with like way. I don't know if you, and I'm not saying y'all are bitches. I'm pretty sure y'all are certified. I don't know if y'all are a barrio or not. From my understanding, y'all aren't even a barrio. You're a crew, which is dope, but that don't mean anything, and y'all still gets it in, and I respect that. I respect that. I'm not even like that, bro. But to be trying to funk with like the neighborhood card and black gangs or is fucking crazy, bro.
he already got dealt with. But I had a show at the Rock.
He already got dealt with. He said, okay, but you still said it's the homie. So obviously there are homies out there with that in their vocabulary.
And there was nothing but brothers that came and popped out for me. Nothing but brothers. And every time I have an encounter with a brother, it's nothing but love. It's never on no race shit. You guys, all the homies that ever worked with me, it's never on no race. It was never no race shit. It was never no race shit to begin with. Everybody that's posting this shit just wants clout off this shit, just getting all that shit twisted. But like, I just want to come out here just.
I respect what he's saying there, and I don't believe that Drex is racist at all, but I believe he's like in a precarious situation, and I think he's misguided, and I would encourage him to try to. We don't. I don't listen to Drex the Joint because he's like this, the hardest guy. He just make dope music that's fun to turn up to, bro. We don't really care about all that other shit. Like I don't know what street rep you feel like you need to protect, but ultimately I don't feel like it's really doing anything for you, bro.
Apologize to everyone that was offended off this shit. This shit is bullshit. Everybody getting this shit twisted. Everybody that's posting
I do respect him apologizing because people should be offended by it, bro. Like, why wouldn't they be?
this shit, it's all for cloud, just straight popping it. Man, I'm just looking at my phone right now. And
Okay. But with that being said, I don't think Drex is a bad dude. I actually think he's really talented as well. And I think he has potential to go really far in this game. So I really hope that these guys get it all figured out because the last thing this city needs is more racial tension, black and brown tension, anything like that. Especially when it involves people that are all potentially reaching new levels of success and are like, these are the people that shouldn't be beefing over it. You got Rowdy Rex and SAU openly embraces black culture, says the N word and all that in a non racist way. You feel me? You got Drex the Joint, a full blooded Mexican who's also full black from predominantly Mexican hood, and you got 2 Mexican Crips from South Central. You got the SUV, OC, Elliot. There's no reason for any of this beef to be going on. We got to do better. We got to do better. That's my final thought. And let me know what y'all think. Like, share, subscribe. Run it up!